It is an item from paper 1. This is section B, part 2. This item is from a topic, nutrition. I'll go straight to the item, and the scenario goes: St. Paul High School coach is planning to recruit players into the school soccer team. Basing on the requirements of the school sports teacher, only players of normal body weight are to be recruited. The coach, through the team captain, decided to take measurements such as height, weight, and age of some of the nominees, and the results were recorded as below. So as seen in the table, we have 4 columns, one for name, the other one for height, age, and the other is for weight. So we have nominees like Mark, who had a height of 125 centimeters. So the height is in centimeters, the age is in years, and the weight is in kilograms. So I think we can look at the table and we can analyze it well. It is displayed on your screen. Great. In the sports office, there is also a BMI chart with the following information. So we have another table here. The table has 2 columns, one for BMI and the other one is for weight status. So the table for BMI is stating that a person with BMI below 18.5 is said to be underweight, as you see. The one between 18.5 to 24.9 is said to be person with normal weight. The one of 25.5 to 29.9 is said to be with overweight. A person with 30.5 to 34 to 34.9 is said to be with obese class 1. A person of 35.5 to 39.9 is said to be with obese class 2. And the person above 40 is said to be at the extreme ends of obesity. That is obese class 3. That is the chart displayed. So the team captain was requested to use the above information to make a list of players who qualify to be in the team. However, he could not use it as required. He has approached you for help, and the tasks are as below. Task 1, they are saying, using the table above, part A, help the team captain to fulfill the task given. So which task was given is to make a selection of the players or the nominees who qualify to be in the team. And part B, to give an appropriate advice to the nominees who do not qualify. So that is the nominees who are all underweight and those who are overweight and those in the obese class. So this question, when we look at it, it is all about nutrition. specifically nutrition in humans. And they want you to calculate for the body mass index. It's the body mass index that will help you classify all of these nominees as either underweight, normal weight, overweight, or to any obese class, so that you can only identify those ones with normal weight who fall under this range. So the item setter is expecting you to be able to know how to calculate for the body mass index of any person, given any information about him or her. We should not forget that body mass index is simply the weight, the ratio of the weight of a person in kilograms to the square of his or her height. So, in short terms, body mass index is simply the weight of a person over the square of height. So therefore, the BMI is simply the weight in mass over weight as mass over the height squared. So remember, the mass is in kilograms. When you divide it by height, which is in meters squared, remember the height is squared, the BMI will be with a unit which is kilograms meters squared per meter squared. So this means for part A, we have a task of calculating for the BMI of every participant, every nominee, starting with Mark. So actually, we shall state it, we shall connect it to the scenario. Calculating for the body mass index for each nominee will help us know who qualifies to be in the team. And this calculation, this requires a formula. And this formula is known as the BMI of any person is given by the weight in kilograms divided by the square of height in meters. That is meters squared. That means we shall be using this alone will help us calculate for each and every person, for each and every nominee. So we have the first nominee as Mark. We already have the formula now. The BMI is given as the mass over the height squared. So the mass of Mark is 50 over the height. The height we have is in centimeters. So we have to convert it to meters. So remember, the height alone is 125 centimeters. But one meter, 1 centimeter is equivalent to 100 meters. What of 125 centimeters will be 100 times 125, having a height of 1.25 meters. So the height of Mark is 1.25, but squared. So this means the BMI of Mark will be 50 divided by, using my old calculator here, I have 1.25 times 1.25 to give me 1.5625. So such that the BMI of Mark alone is, so I'll get 50 divided by 1.5625, a BMI of 32 kilograms per meter squared. When you go to the BMI chart, they gave us, you can now classify this someone, this Mark. Is Mark obese? We remember the other chart. We see this is underweight, this is normal weight, this is this is normal weight, this is overweight, this was obese class 1, this was obese class 2, and above 40.5 was obese class 3. We remember that. So is Mark qualifying? We go to the second person. That was Henry. Henry, the BMI of Henry will be, don't forget, we use the square of the heights. So the square of 1.6, the square of 1.60, 1.60 times 1.60 is 2.56. So when I get 78 divided by 2.56, I will get 30.469 kilograms per meter squared. When we go to Rogers, Rogers has a height of 66. This is 66 weight in kilograms. And when we get a square of his height, we shall get 1.65 times 1.65. We get the 66 divided by 2.7225. Don't round off yet until when you're on the final answer. 66 divided by 2.7225. The answer is this person has a BMI of 24.24 kilograms per meter squared. Don't forget the units. Then for Godfrey, the square of 1.5 is 3. So let's do it on a calculator. Let's not predict. 1.5 times 1.5, we get a 2.25, the square. So we shall have 70 divided by 2.25 such that our response, our BMI is 31.1. These are kilograms per meter squared. For Kato, whose height is 1.55, remember we converted the heights to meters, we shall get a 1.55 times 1.55 such that we have a 70 over 24.2.4025 to have a BMI 70 divided by 2.4025 to have a BMI of 29.14 kilograms per meter squared. Don't forget the units, please. And then for Jovan, who has a height of 1.16, we shall square the height. So we shall have the square of 1.16 as 1.3456 to have our BMI as, I'm using my old calculator, 71 divided by 1.3456 to have a BMI of 52.8 kilograms per meter squared as the BMI. And the last person is Kalim, of weight 50 over the height, the square of the height, which is, the height is 1.00. This is squared to have a square of 1 is 1, to have a 50 over 1 to be a 50 kilograms per meter squared as the BMI. Then basing on the chart we have, basing on the chart that is in the sports office, let's look for those ones who are underweight. Those ones below 18.5. Do we have anyone below 18.5? We don't have any. They are all above weight. Let's look for the ones who fall under this range, 18.5 to 24.9. Do we have any? 24.9. We have lodgers. Lodgers falls under the normal weight range. 24.9. They are the only ones we are looking for. So let's just classify them. Lodgers has a BMI of 24.24 kilograms per meter squared, meaning he is in the normal weight, range. Let's look for those ones who fall between 25 to 29.9. We have we only have cattle, cattle, um, uh, and actually, and obese, actually they have obesity class 1. Then those ones above 39, um, when those ones in range 35.5 to 39, we don't have any. And those ones with above 40, we have Karim, Jovan. Karim and Jovan have obesity class 3. I don't know what they were coming for, but from the data we have, now implies that therefore only Rogers will qualify to be in the team basing on the results. From all the calculations we made, only Rogers will qualify because basing on the requirements of the sports teacher was very clear that he only wants players with normal body weight. And Rogers is the only person within the range. To continue with part B, let me think I'm clear with that information. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to invite or like our videos. Invite your other friends. Don't forget to visit Jason Publishers for any resourceful book. To continue with part B, it's like they want us to give advice to these people. Someone who is extremely, I think we don't have any advice for lawyers because lawyers is having a normal body weight. The only advice we can give him to continue with the diet he is using. That is the only advice we can give, or to keep the physical exercise on to maintain the weight. For these ones who are in the obese class, the advice we can give to such people is to check on their diet to reduce foods that are rich in lipids and much carbohydrates, as they contain a lot of as they can be deposited under the muscles or in the muscles, increase weight. That is one. We can still advise these people who are overweight, these people in the obese classes, to start carrying out exercise, physical exercise, regular physical exercise. Yes, they may continue with their carbohydrate meals, but carry out exercise frequently to burn the calories, to burn the carbohydrates deposited in the muscles. And in so doing that, they are reducing this muscle content, carbohydrate content. The ones who are underweight, we don't have them here, is simply increasing the intake of carbohydrates and lipid sources. They are the only ones that will increase the weight to normal. Check their diet by increasing the carbohydrate and lipid intake. So you can advise basing on the range in which the person belongs, the BMI range. I think with that, we can at least attempt such related items. We can at least teach our other friends and invite more of them to enjoy like you are doing. I'm to online who give legit and up-to-date information. Teacher Alan.